Just imagine, if you could, just for a moment, the perfect business. What would the perfect business look like to you? I had this vision of what I wanted, but over time, what happened? You know, it got tougher and tougher and tougher, and finally, you ask yourself, what do I really want? What do business owners really want? Well, I want a good business. Yeah, I want some money. Yeah, I want some time. What do you really want? What do you want from your business? I want money. How much? More. More than what? More than I'm getting now. Well, how do we find the almighty more? How do we search and seek and try to get more? It's hard to get more. More what? The purpose for my business is to give me what I want. Think about, what do you want? I know one thing I want. I want my business to create some money that I can donate. That's for sure. To give back. But I want to have loyal, repeat customers that'll kill and die for me and my people. I want to build a great place to work that people love to come to work at. We have great organizational systems. The business works. It creates some profit and builds some equity and eventually creates some wealth so I can have some freedom to enjoy my business. Project leaders, project managers, division managers, office managers, whatever your role is, you're a manager, you're a leader, who have written goals and written business plans, are twice as successful, finish their projects twice as fast, and bring it in 50% ahead of budget. And so think about what you can do that you're not doing that you should be doing. You have some people on your crews you walk by every day, and they're not cutting it, but you just walk on by them. If you've got non-performers, you've got to bench them. If you aren't winning the game, you get fired. It's simple. Business is simple if you just break it down to something you keep track of. How many of you said, when I grow up, I want to be stressed out? I want to be overworked, and I want to be underpaid and have no life. And I made it. If I went in your company and asked all the people who work for you, what are the 3 top priorities, would I get the same answer? So are you a leader? Do your people do what you want them to do? Are you a leader? Wait a minute, I said that wrong. Do your people want to do what you want them to do? Successful people have 3 things in common. The first thing they have is, number 1, they know exactly what they want. Not more, not as much as I can get. They know exactly. I want to make $1 million gross profit with a $500,000 net profit. Specific target. Do you have clear targets? How many repeat customers? Dollars per customer. Minimum order. Gross profit, net profit at the end of the year. Do you know specifically what you're shooting for? But most of us, if I need a salesperson, I'll just hire a good salesperson. Then I'll have everything I want. But we don't have a clear picture of what we want. We do the second part before the first part. So what do you want? What's your plan? And then, and only then, can you make progress towards what you want. And he comes to me when he's 25, 6 years old. He said, George, I want to be your chief estimator. Oh, yeah, sure. Call me in 5 years. Kept bugging me. Finally, I made him chief estimator when he was about 28, 29. And he was the best I ever had. But he came to me. And guess what? We made him division manager a few years later of our renovation and tenant improvement division. Why? Because he took initiative. What you give, you get. If you give negative, you get negative. If you don't give them a clear path, they go where they want to go. So what are you going to do to improve productivity? The only way you can improve productivity is to what? To measure it, and to watch it, and to track it, and to make people accountable to hit it. Clearly communicate with your crew what's expected by the end of the week. Man hours per lineal foot, concrete cubic yards per day, per week, per quarter. How many feet of pipe? How many feet of backfill? How many intersections we're going to cross? Your job is to track the results and make it happen. You are responsible to know what it takes to get it done, based on the budget handed to you and the reality of the situation, analyze what you got and do what it takes to win the game. What clear targets do you have posted on your office wall for all to see? Do all your people know exactly what you're shooting for? Sales, gross profit, net profit, fixed overhead costs, variable overhead cost. How we doing every month? How we moving towards the ability to create wealth for yourself and the people that work for you? So my goal is to inspire you to change, because if you change, they'll change. If you don't change, they won't change. Your input equals their output. If you ain't get what you want out of your crew, it's not them, it's you. Are you going to work harder? You don't have to work any harder. You're all working really hard. Are you going to work smarter? Hopefully, but the key is on what? What are you going to do different? And ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish on the job that you're working on right now? Jot down a couple goals, whether it's schedule, quality, cost, improve your bid proposal ratio. And each one of those areas we could bring our team in and talk about, how can we improve the productivity? How can we improve our bottom line profit? How can we win more jobs at a higher price? And you got to make a decision. Should I sit and wait for it to change? So you wait, and you wait, and you keep doing business the same way, and you hate it every day even more because you ain't getting what you want, because you know what you want. You remember that speck of a dream out there, but you ain't getting it. So you just, well, maybe I'll try this. Maybe, it's not what I want. How do I get it to be what I want? We got to make a decision to make a decision to decide to make a decision to get up and do something different. I thought it'd be easier to change my suppliers, my subcontractors, my staff, my customers, my accountant, my bank. Just change. If I change all that, it'll fix it. And finally I realized what I got to do is change me. Change the way I think. Change the way I manage. Change the way I live my priorities. Change the way I treat my people. Come on in, let's talk. Change the way I prioritize my customers, A's, B's, C's. Get rid of the bad ones. Keep the good ones. I got to change the way I do business. Are you going to stop and read 1 or 2 business books a month? Are you going to read 5 to 10 to 20 trade magazines a month? How many trade magazines of your customers do you grab in their lobby, take back and subscribe to and read so you can stay up with their industry? So you can help them rather than just sell to them. What makes an effective construction team leader? It's so much different than it used to be. You have to be a business person who understands the numbers and communicates them to your crew on an ongoing, regular basis. You have to focus on giving the customer exactly what they want or they contracted for. Cash flow is king. If you can get collections 20 days, 30 days faster on several $100 million, that's huge dollars. And so we have to get focused on the old and the new, and we have to bring them together. We need the wisdom of the old with the technology and the contracts management of the new. Look around. You're stuck. We tend to do what we've always done. When you do all the work and make all the decisions, you limit your company, you limit your people, and that's why they line up outside your door. It's because you don't let them make a decision. What are you going to give up? How are you going to change your role from controller to coach? Controller to coach. What are you going to do to change your role from manager to owner, where you're thinking like an owner and looking for opportunities rather than controlling the minutia? What are you going to do to change your role from worker to seeker of opportunities? Pick 1 or 2 things that you can work on. You've sat through a lot of great sessions. So building your business for long-term success, know what you want, have a plan, and continually make progress towards what you want. See y'all at the bank, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just imagine, if you could, just for a moment, the perfect business. What would the perfect business look like to you?